how to. So today's video is all about how to wind in a stud. So that's to like the sort of like dowels that go into either your exhaust manifolds, or on my case, it's on the starter motor. And that one I had some real problems when I replaced the starter motor, as you saw. So I never actually managed to get it wound in properly. So today I'm going to wind it in properly and I'm going to show you guys how to do it.
So first thing you want to do is you want to grab the dowel or the stud that you're planning on winding in. You get two identical nuts and slot them both onto the stud. Then you want to undo the bottom one and tighten the top one so that they lock together, but obviously don't push too hard because you don't want to ruin the threads that are on the stud. I found that the easiest way to do this was a socket on the top one and a wrench on the bottom one. Now that we've got those two nuts nice and snug on that stud, now we need to add some Loctite just to make sure it's not going to wiggle itself back out, because I did have that happen to me a couple times on the starter motor and it does provide an issue. Now that all our prep is done, now you just need to wind it into whatever the hole is that you want to put the stud into. I always do it finger tight first, just as far as I can get it, and then move on to a socket. I find it best that when you are winding it in with a socket, to make sure that the socket is actually only sitting over the nut at the top. And that's because really all this is doing is giving you the purchase on the stud to actually wind it in. You don't want to be winding in the bottom one, because then obviously they're not tight together anymore. Then what you do is you just keep winding it in until the nut that's slightly underneath hits the plate that it's supposed to be going to, or the stud hits the back of the hole. Completely up to you. Now all that's left to do is you turn the socket back so it's undoing, and then you just undo that top nut and then you are sorted.
And that concludes today's how-to. So it was a nice short little video, but it was something that I struggled with, because like never having seen that sort of technique where you have the two nuts and you wind it in and obviously, or wind it out depending on what you're doing. I've had some real problems with this starter motor, as you saw in, I think it was episode 3, 4, one of them. But yeah, you see how much trouble I had. I hope this helped you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Please like, subscribe and share. Cheers guys.